London's Mayor Sadiq Khan has released an interactive video to encourage men to be less misogynist. Great, you might think. Is he dealing with misogynistic attitudes in his Muslim community? Is he asking for his political party to stop emboldening men to pretend to transition to get access to women's prisons? Is he stopping London marches where biological males call for TERFs to be punched while the crowd cheers? No, he's encouraging men to police each other's speech by calling each other out for sexist banter. Apparently, jokes lead to violence, because of course serial killers like Ian Brady are famously gregarious and crack lots of jokes. In the video, a man says progressively more misogynistic things, and you're supposed to click on a button that says, "Mate," to stop him, which you'll want to do because this video made me cringe so hard I could taste my own perineum. This video gets on my tits for a number of reasons. It's terrible, so let's watch it.
Reviewed. Oh my days. Is that a bird running the line? So what, now I've got women telling me I'm wrong about football as well?
That's so true, bro.
What do they know about the game, man?
Did you not watch the Women's Euros? It's pretty decent.
Yeah, man. It's pretty good.
Yeah, for a laugh. That stuff's a joke. Mind you, some of them players are pretty fit, though.
And no men talk like that. Did you see the Women's Euros? Pretty decent, actually. No men praise women's football, unless they're lying to have sex with a female footballer, which doesn't happen often because they don't tend to like men. Women's football is a lot like socialism. It gets praised in The Guardian, and in theory sounds like it might be a good idea, but it has never worked in practice. Obviously, the bad guy has to be white, and all his mates correcting his behaviour are brown. I get it, it's 2023. White men are only allowed in adverts if they're playing a gambling addict or an alcoholic or a misogynist. Clearly, the only way to improve the behaviour of young white men is to portray them as inherently bad and alienate them. As a white man, I just feel so sorry for all the young men arriving across the channel from failed states with medieval violent ideologies, places like Afghanistan and Iraq, who will get infected with the ingrained cultural misogyny of white British men.
Hey,
man.
You good?
All right, boys, you good, yeah? What we playing, a bit of soccer?
What we playing? A bit of soccer? Soccer? Here's me thinking Sadiq Khan was the mayor of London, England. Turns out he's the mayor of Los Angeles. What British man has ever called footy soccer? Tips for agencies commissioned to write scripts for public information films: don't get a woman in New York to write the script for a film set in London. And no men talk like this.
We ain't playing no more. 6-0.
Oi, look at this guy. Something's different about him. He's glowing. He's in love. Nah, for real, like, look at him. He just looks different. Like, got a new jacket, new belt, even smells and walks different. I'm happy for you. That's good to see.
I appreciate that, bro. Thank you.
He's in love. I'm happy for you. That's good to see. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you. What on earth? Who wrote this? Jane Austen? If one of my mates spoke like this, we'd have him sectioned. We'd check that his testicles were still attached. It's not that men don't support each other. It's that we do it in a different way to women. Men support each other by being horrible to each other. We're saying to each other, you are strong enough to withstand these words because you are a man, not a crybaby child or a woman. Or, if we're on a stag do, we literally try to kill each other with alcohol and ritual physical punishment. It's part of being a man. We're not denigrating each other. Also, he's not glowing with love. He's got the same deathly pallor as every British man, like a maggot revealed when you turn over a paving slab.
Man comes in here and his phone starts pinging and ringing.
Yeah,
Is he under the thumb? Who wears the trousers in your relationship?
They're in the honeymoon period, mate.
Honeymoon period? Then why isn't it I'm giving her one then? Bro, you need to lay down the ground rules straight away.
Is that what you did with that girl you took out in Shoreditch?
Well, nah, she ghosted me. Dumb bitch. Probably wouldn't know a good thing if it slapped her in the face. Someone I'd gladly do if I see her again.
Oh man, if only Fred West had seen this video.
Ash, can I use the loo? I've been busting since the tube.
Every time, man. I swear, he only comes here to use the toilet. Don't want to pay your own water bill at home? No, come back and put 50p on the table, bro. Coops, is he always like this?
When he was staying at mine, yeah, he spent more time in the toilet than he did at work.
Oh, really?
So, Ash, how's your new flatmate?
Oh, yeah. All right, whilst you're up there, see if you can bump into Ashley's new housemate. And you know what I mean when I say bump? I left the door open last week just in case if she fancied a little peek.
That's like something an 8-year-old child would say. This is nothing like the refined, sagacious misogyny that men are capable of.
Hey, Ash, guess who I bumped into yesterday? Do you remember Susie C from high school?
Yeah, man. Great girl, man.
Yeah, great. Massive. Do you remember? She always used to have them on show. She was asking for it.
Yeah, not seen her for a while, so...
Hey, Ed, I swear you gave her one and all. You dodged the bullet there, to be fair. She's proper loose. I might have to send her a dick pic later at Little Coops. She's probably gagging for it.
As his misogyny gets worse and worse, you're supposed to click mate to stop him. If you don't, the David Lynch type background noise intensifies and the weirdest thing happens. He has a go at you for not stopping him.
You're gonna keep letting me carry on like this? I'm not gonna say anything? Maybe you should watch this again.
Man, surely this is a terrible message to send out, that men don't have individual responsibility and need their mates to step in and stop them. But why does this ad get on my tits? Surely trying to stop violence against women is a noble aim? Well, it's not that they assume that all men are brimming with misogynistic violence ready to shoot up a Prosecco brunch as soon as someone laughs at a joke about women's football. Jokes between men don't lead to violence because men understand what a joke is. Well, right-wing men do anyway. It's not that they make the perpetrator white, which perpetuates the current fashionable bias in the media and isn't grounded in reality. London isn't even majority white British anymore, so wouldn't it make more sense to direct the message towards the demographics that are growing instead of one that's shrinking? It's not that it encourages men to police each other's speech. It's not even that they assume that the man is a man, even though he hasn't announced his pronouns. It's that Sadiq Khan is a hypocrite. He's no stranger to misogyny himself. He's spoken at events where women have to enter through a different door to men. Mate. His political party have hosted events where men and women are segregated. Mate! And this is despite Labour leader Keir Starmer not knowing what a woman is. They somehow managed to work it out. Khan has also spoken alongside Islamic extremists, people not famous for their tackling of misogyny. Why doesn't he say to them, mate, don't stop girls going to school, or mate, don't stone women to death, or mate, don't be in a grooming gang? His mate campaign is a distraction from Sadiq's own ultra-unpopular ULEZ. ULEZ isn't a misogynistic, homophobic slur, by the way. It's an ultra-low emission zone that prices out women from owning a car, so they have to walk, which puts them at risk. And Sadiq has turned a blind eye to misogyny on the trans pride marches he sponsors, where a male activist exhorted the crowd to punch women, and the crowd cheered. Also, underneath the video, they say that confidence and competitiveness are misogynistic traits. This shows the image of the ideal man that the system is trying to mold you to be. A neutered, scared, joyless, ambitionless jellyfish of a man spying on your social circle for the approval of Big Brother. I agree that violence against women is a problem, but it doesn't start with humour. Nobody hears a joke and is like, ah, and starts hulking out in the middle of an Ann Summer. The other worst thing about this campaign is that they dragged the comedian Ramesh Ranganathan into it and screwed him over. Ramesh is a brilliant comedian and a genuinely nice guy, but look at the clip they put up of him.
I think it's not good enough to be quiet. If you're,
I call it allyship.
Yeah, if you're silent, you are complicit.
All I'm asking you to do is if you see some sort of behaviour like that, you don't have to be big about it, just, you know, have a word. And if that word is just mate, then that's all good.
When you're in a group with your mates, tend to be blokes, just having a word with yourself first to give you the confidence, and then challenging your friend, your mate, can lead to them changing their behaviour.
I've been in situations where one of my friends has said something and I've not spoken up. And I've walked away from that going, well, I just didn't want to say anything. We've got to get to a point where that is not good enough, that I've done something wrong there. And I think that everybody needs to start thinking like that if somebody does something that is unacceptable, if you don't call it out, then in a way you're complicit.
I think we've got ourselves into a situation where somebody might be talking to a woman and they say something inappropriate and we don't call it out enough. So for example, you know, just going, mate, saying that is rank. Or, mate, she doesn't want to talk to you anymore. Or, mate, you need to move away from her. I think that's something we should be doing more of. And I am imploring you to, whenever you see anything like that, you throw them a mate and you let your friend know if they carry on behaving like that, they're not going to be your mate much longer, okay?
So I don't want to put you on the spot, but I've heard you've got some comedy bones, some material. Is that
Listen,
right?
I like to think I'm in a league of my own, but frankly, I don't approve of political jokes. I've seen too many elected.
Right, good. It's good. I like the delivery as well.
Was that right?
Yeah, you didn't telegraph it at all. It was great. I didn't even know we were in the routine.
People have been complaining that this clip has been selectively edited to make it not funny. Yeah, it's been selectively edited by the mayor's office. This is the actual clip they put up. I haven't edited it. I am certain that Ramesh did funnier stuff, but Sadiq's campaign cut it out because they don't want anyone to enjoy themselves. Comedy has to be a lecture now that you clap in approval of instead of laugh along with. The campaign took the anti-misogyny message right to where it's needed the most. 21 Soho, a comedy venue that must be incredibly misogynistic. I mean, there wouldn't be any point in saying these things to people who aren't already enlightened, would there? I would never make fun of woke comedy. It's no laughing matter. Some people say that the best comedy pokes fun at the logical inconsistencies and hypocrisies of orthodox thought, but actually, the best comedy is when comedians are paid by the state to push their political agenda. Speaking of which, Ramesh's fans aren't misogynist. It would have surely been much better use of taxpayers' money to bung me 20 grand to stop me making videos for a couple of weeks. This campaign is misjudged. Men's strength and camaraderie doesn't come from distrust and being careful to say the right thing that matches what you think you're supposed to say. It comes from having faith in each other, knowing that our jokes are jokes. We need to stop crapping on men. When you do that, you just alienate young men and make them more unhappy and more misogynist and drive them into the arms of people like, I don't know, Andrew Tate. I'm going to start a campaign where if you see a man unquestioningly repeating state propaganda, you can say, mate, think for yourself. Or if you see another advert stereotyping young white men as evil, you can say, mate, shove this racism up your arse. Anyway, thanks for listening. If you've enjoyed this video, please commit a misogynist hate crime by sharing it and liking it and subscribing. And if you want to support me making these videos, consider becoming a Patreon from as little as £3 a month. You can give me money and you get access to some special content and stuff. Also, if you want to be the ultimate man, you can buy gold from Pure Gold. There's a link below for a special deal just for you. Okay, thanks for listening. I've been Leo Kears. Bye. Bye-bye.